Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where we are looking at our latest edition of the park, a coaster over here that is unrated, the Porcelain Princess, and yeah, I don't know really how it's going to do. It's kind of an experiment, but now well, I can only assume that it will be good. Now, before we continue with the expansion and the luring in of 380 guests, we need to do a few things. For one, as a viewer mentioned over here, it's kind of silly to keep this ride being synchronized. Because all it will do is just have the boats wait. So we're gonna tick that off, and well, if we unpause it, yeah, look, it should depart now, which should make this ride make a lot more profit. Yeah, look at that. I mean, there was hardly any income, so right now it's a lot better. Second is a thing I wanted to check over here, and that is if we click on the entrance, we can see somewhere the total amount of guests admitted to the park. Something that I wasn't even aware of. Oh yeah, wow. Oh my, if all of them stayed, then we would have had our objective and then some. However, we can also see that more than half of the guests that enter the park are still in here. After 3 years' time. That's actually quite an achievement, you know that? Wow. Nice. I quite like this statistics, you know, I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so, those were two things that I really wanted to, well, you know, to take care of. The other thing is that we need to do our regular, scheduled checks of things. So, we'll start out with the vandalism, and, excuse me there. Anyway, I don't see much vandalism. Yeah, maybe that extra guard that we hired last time is really, well, you know, it is really kicking in. He's busting vandals and the like. Yeah, seems like that because I honestly cannot see any vandalism at all. Right, next is a pricing check, and right now we can start seeing whether or not this method actually works because... Oh yeah, no, it does work. Right, because I was about to say, like, I know of a few rides that have gone below the, well, you know, interest popularity and all that. And it shows up here, so, because, yeah, you know, I don't know, this method, you know, I mean, we've been doing, you know, the whole pricing checks always by eyeballing the queue size and all that. Never like this until this park, so yeah, I was naturally a little bit, you know, distrustful of it, but no reason to. Now, King Eel, oh, actually, that wasn't making a profit because of our own crappy settings. Yeah, alright, so the King Eel is excused. The Cave Golf, though, most definitely needs its pricing adjusted. So we'll lower this to really low. Oh no, actually, hold on a second. Wow, look at that medium. Huh. We won't lower it to crazy low settings or crazy low pricing because it's actually a rather expensive ride to keep running. I never knew that the miniature golf was that expensive, to be honest. Wow. Now, you... Oh yeah, most definitely. You made 600 bucks of profit, and that's actually a lot. Far more than I expected you to do. But since you're, well, I don't know really, you know, see the guest will be very long on this ride. So we'll go with 50 cents. Over here we have the maze, and yeah, I mean the maze is really, I don't even know what they need to maintain over here at the maze, you know. Well, I guess it's the dude in the entrance cabin, you know, charging the tickets that they need to pay, but other than that, I wouldn't even know what the costs are for a maze, but anyway, we adjusted the pricing of quite a few rides, which is always good. And yeah, it is time that we focus on building more stuff at places. Now, last time, I believe we had a balloon stall that we had available, but I don't really know, had we built that? No, I don't think so. I do not see any balloons anywhere. Yet we have it available. Look at this. Oh, nice. Very nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place down a few of those. I mean, balloons, man. They're like the first souvenirs. Right. Let's see. We want balloons. The thing is, though, I believe that our eggheads, yeah, look, see, they're still researching shops and stalls. Maybe we should change that. Actually, I mean, you know, it doesn't really matter from here on what we research. I mean, we have plenty of gentle rides, you know, that we can still build. I mean, look at this. We got bumper cars that we can build. We can build the circus show, the ghost ride. In terms of coasters, we have plenty of coasters to build. We have hyper coaster, vertical coaster, corkscrew coaster. I mean, that's plenty. And in terms of shops and stalls, we got everything. So, I know we could do ride improvements and scenery, but really, I mean, these three are more important. You know, we need the guests. We don't need to spice things up unnecessary. I feel like the return on investment for these is too low to warrant it. But yeah, this has never been done before, really. On purpose and with reasons, you know. Researching 3 things at once. But it's just like, you know, it doesn't matter what we get right now. If it's shops and stalls, it's fine. If it's rides, it's also fine. Now, if it continues to be only shops and stalls for the coming year, then we will change it. But we will act in time. Anyway, we need the balloon stalls right now. So, let's get a few out there, right? Let's see. Yeah, like that. Facing that way. Right, we'll quickly choose a color over here. We will go with red for you. And we will, yeah, alright, rosso. That's how we'll call it. Just plain Italian color naming it. Nothing really special about that. Then we will place, well, where should we place the other one? I mean, we got one over here. I guess we could place down one over there and then another one somewhere over here. That would be a roughly equal spread of them. Alright, I'm liking that idea. So we'll then have one there, which we're gonna color white. We'll call this bianco. There. Open that up. And then, oh man, this is gonna be a surprise. You totally have no idea what this balloon star is going to be for a color, but oh man, the surprise, man. It's going to be big. Watch this as I color this blue. Oh yeah, totally not a surprise, was it? If it was. Oh man. Anyway, now we got the balloon stalls, which, I don't know, it's just, you know, nice to see the guests wandering around with our merchandising. It's not really going to help us in terms of luring in more guests into the park. For that, we need more rides. Now, like the last, I don't know how many videos, we've been only building over here. Turned out nice, it lured in lots of guests, it was good, nothing, you know, negative about it, but I consider this to be largely filled up. Not entirely, I mean, if, you know, if the need is really high, we could always just fill up the maze above here, but I would like to keep this open, so... Now there's also this huge empty area all the way over here. I feel like we should build stuff over here. And we're going to. It's just that... Well, see, we have these 5 lakes over here, and I think they're freaking cool. They ask for something special to be built, you know, and I'm thinking that we should do something cool with coasters with these little lakes. And I have something in mind, but Wow, you know, that's like 2 coasters. I don't think 2 coasters will be enough. We need more. Besides, what we also need is just, you know, the general other rides. So what I'm thinking is that perhaps we should open up a new section, but looking at it, these sections are a bit... I mean, I see these terraces, you know, they're really nice. This is gonna be for a ghost ride, really. I mean, it's just perfect for it. But for the rest, this is all... I don't know, it's not really that suited. What we could do is maybe lower this hill, just flatten it, you know, that would give us a lot of space. Because I'm looking like, where are we gonna put the slam down rides? But really, there is hardly any flat space. So, you know what, we'll just open up this section here first, you know, this one. And then we'll build like 2 rides there, get maybe a coaster and something, and yeah. Then on the other hand... You know what we should do? We should leave this for later when we have lots of money. We're gonna open up this section, and then from here on we're gonna go towards this island so that we can build more water rides. Oh yes. Right then, let's get this new section sorted then, because talking about it does not get it open. Let's see, if I want... well, first of all we should get ourselves this new section, right? This is just gonna go straight to the island over here. We'll actually go one up, you know, we'll just follow the terrain, nothing fancy. There, right. Then we will delete that to cut it off, really. I mean, it is like the only other place that they can access this area, but right now, yeah, our staff, you know, our loose walking staff should be, well, just... well, you know, remaining on this area. Speaking about staff, having just opened a new area in the park, I do think that we might want to add a few more members to our personnel roster, so to say. Now, that's for you. That should be plenty. And we'll hire another one for the other area, all the way over here. Right, yeah, you're gonna have a tough one because that is your area. I know. But when we get more rides, you know, we will add more, or hire, not add, we'll hire more handy dudes. Now, we also need to get them, you know, those benches and trash cans and all the other jazz that I consider to be standard facilities at the park. We need to get all of it in place. I hear them rock beats, man. Yeah, I know. I'm terrible at that. I just really like the music, that's all. Right, that looks quite alright. We'll add a few jumping fountains here and there too. Just because they're nice, the guests like them, so we might as well. A few here, a few over here. Oh yeah, above the water. Nice. Right then, I think we got everything. Let's take a look at the rides that we can build here. I want at least a gentle ride there, and I'm thinking that maybe we should try and see if we can get this bumper cars in here. Though the bumper cars has its own music, I'd much rather have the bumper cars be somewhere over here. Preferably a bit dug in, so that it looks, you know, like we're gonna lower this actually, so that it looks as if you're looking right above the roof here. And then I think that would be like a 2 height level decrease, which will make it nice for hooking up. So, right, so the bumper cars is off the charts. I don't think we have the circus show though, which is a strong contender right now. We could also go with the Kruger Mansion, really. We could always go with the Kruger Mansion. I think it's gonna be the circus show, actually. And yeah, I'm going to lower this hill here. And then we'll also have to see about maybe adding like the ship or the Garvatron. Either one of them, really. I'm thinking the ship, though. We'll have to see though. Yeah, first let's get that gentle ride out there, and we're gonna lower the hill, and if we do that, we might as well do it on both sides, really. So, you you are okay to stay. I won't do it in too big chunks though. I mean, I have a, well, not as of recent, but when we started out, I had a terrible experience with, you know, terraforming. So, yeah, I think it's safe to say that I'm a little bit traumatized in that regard. Come on, be bigger and just lower this. There. Alright. Till over here, that should be good enough, really. Right, we'll just fix that up quickly. I mean, it does need to look a little bit alright, if at all possible. Right here. This is starting to look a lot better. Alright, tree. I mean, you know that if you're completing an event being in the way, it usually ends poorly. Right then, the circus show, huh? Wait, hold on. What a weird circus show this is. It almost looks like a bumper cart. Right there. Now we will have the entrance over here and the exit there. Right, so, of course, you know, because it's a circus show, we need canvas tent style, just because. Then, what are we gonna do with the coloring? We could do this, to be honest, and then maybe a light and dark. No, this one then. We could do that, like, you know, it's like the entrance and exit tents are like older and bleached by the sun, whilst the main circus tent is actual, you know, the actual, actually, you know what, we'll change this around. We'll make this the dark and bright version, and we'll make this the somewhat more bleached version, you know. I think that's quite cool, like, you know, the sun-scorched thing. Yeah, look at that. It's washed too many times, you know. The purple has lightened up by the yellow, and the yellow has been darkened by the purple. Yeah. Alright, you know, we're gonna call this circus cliché. Because it's so old, you know, and it's been washed over too many times. We will charge $3 for this because of pricing reasons, you know, and yeah, we need to, well, keep in line with our new pricing policy, which is specifically aimed at retaining guests. Now, in terms of queue, I think it would be quite nice if we have it actually go up here to hook up somewhere over here. I think that would be a pretty good idea, so let's get it sorted like that. It also doesn't really need to be that long, really, so I'm quite cool with having it over here. And if I can... No. Alright, so... Okay, well, I guess we just need it straight then. I wanted it to go one to the side, you know, over here, but that clearly, that isn't happening, so... Fine, I guess, you know. The game wins, I lose. Well, actually, I hope we don't. And it seems to be, you know, if we did just take a look at the guest count, it seems to be that we're actually doing rather okay for ourselves, having 1,673 guests in year 4, halfway in March. Yeah, I think we're doing quite alright. Now, as for the ship, so we have one thing hooking up over there. I think we should have the ship be on top of the hill, but have it go downwards, you know, the queue line. However, that wouldn't work out because of slopes and all that. We could also have it over here, of course. So, say we were to do this, right? I mean, obviously we would have to heighten up to 4, you know, a block of 4. Let's say we do that over here. We heighten up a block of 4. Then we need to drop down 2, which we, well, you know, we can just have the exit go over here and be done with it, really. I mean, that's not the issue. We then could have the queue, and it would also be over here, which leaves this area wide open for, well, actually for future stuff. Yeah, alright, let's do that actually. Let's get that sorted. Do it over here, like so. We'll then get, no, not you. We'll get the other ship. This one. There. Right. Okay, however, we do need to change one thing right now here, and that is that this is gonna go back to the regular one. Oh yes. Now, before we fiddle around with the settings, we'll just go about and we will get this thing sorted, you know, like in terms of pathing and all that. There, alright. Oh man, hear those rocky guitar riffs and all that, man. I really like it, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, well, if we go over... See, the thing is... What? No! What have we done? Balls. That's bad, game. That was really terrible of you. Right. I mean, I know a guest fell down, but they have legs of steel. They cannot get hurt by that. I don't want to go down there, though. We'll go down over here. I know it's a bit long for a queue for this kind of ride, but I'm okay with that. Now, you will be set to maximum tunement. And we will charge only $3 for you, even though we don't know whether or not you're expensive to keep running and all that. And we are going to name you. How are we going to name you? That is, of course, the big question. We could, of course, call this the hammer shark, because it is a shark that looks like a hammer. Yeah. The hammer shark. No, just like that. The hammer shark. I don't think we've even named this ship like that. It's a shame, really. It's quite a cool name, actually. Should we go the other way around? No, this just looks like a clump of grey. Well, then again, I mean, pretty much all the sharks are clumps of grey, but that doesn't mean that our shark needs to be like that. No, indeed, he does not need to be like that. And we'll go like this, so it's quite bluish. Yeah, alright, I mean, this is shark-esque, you know, and it totally lives up to its name, at least in terms of the coloring. Then we need a no entry sign in front of this exit, and there we go. Now what we also need is a handy dude who is going to patrol this area, because I mean a circus show, it's not really required, but a shark ride that most definitely needs a extra handy dude. So, yeah, that's your area. Now, I know you got the other handy dude assisting, but still, you know what I mean? Somebody needs to cover this tile as well, and you're the only one, so there we are. Good. Well, next for over here. See, I want the ghost track ride, you know, the gentle ride over here. I want that in this area, but I feel like, oh, well, I guess I could build that over here. Yeah, alright, why don't we? Well, you know what we're gonna do first? We're gonna check out what the ratings are on this ride, but if I can just go by what I see in those cards, it seems as if the guests actually quite like this ride. So, what are the ratings? Ooh, it's 6.08 with a... Well, it's quite intense, but it's not bad for a ride that I don't deem that exciting in terms of track design, really. I mean, it's a loop, there's 2 corkscrew pieces, a bit of ups and downs, and that's it. It's still, I mean, the intensity on it is just crazy rough, really, with a 9. But now that we have them ratings, it is time that we do this. The magic is about to be unleashed. And what we're also going to do is, I see 1 minute 33 over there. I see 1 minute 37 over there with 12 trains, or cars actually I should say. I think if we lower this to say like 15 seconds. That is more than enough, really. If we do that, I feel that we are gonna have trains departing pretty much all the time, which is good. I like that. Also, wow, look at the inspection time. I mean, where's the engineer going? There is no engineer going to the exit of... Hold on a second. There is no engineer going to... Why not? I mean, time since last inspection. There should be a mechanic going over there checking out the coaster. But they're just walking. Nobody's heading over there. I don't know what that is. Maybe it cannot crash or break down? I don't know really. Well, that's odd. Anyway, right, let's focus more on this area. You know what, we're gonna build the ghost train. Now for that, what we need to do is prepare the terrain a little bit over here. Because right now, we cannot do that much here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna raise a few slabs here and there. I said raise, not just, you know, make sloped edges. So that we can do cool stuff, you know. Now of course, in front of every thing that we raise, we do need to clear away the bushes. Also, I'm thinking we should raise quite a few things over here on the side so that we can also get out sideways. There. You know what, maybe also one in between the trees. Right, look, so now we can, you know, just go in and out at lots and lots of different places, which, well, it's kind of like, you know, the main aim of the game, of course. So, actually over here though, I mean, this is fine, I think, is it? No, we'd need, hold on a second, we need this one to be up. Now I think we're good to go out there. Right, so what I want to do with the ghost track is, you know, we're gonna have that all, you know, the entrance and exit queue is gonna resurface somewhere in this area. The main station though is going to be completely underground. The track is going to mainly over here. I don't want it to be high, I don't want it to cross over the water all that much, nor over here. It's just mainly going to be over here and in the underground. So it needs to be compact. For the rest, yeah, we'll just see how it goes, but that is kind of like the aim of the game. I want to do something cool over here. Usually we build like structures, you know, we sculpt the terrain for it. Over here it's been pre-done, so yeah, win for us, I guess. Now let's see, the ghost train. Let's first build a custom design and let's just get into the underground straight away. There. Now, in terms of height, let's see. I guess this height level is actually rather good. We don't need to go up or down anywhere. Right. So, I would like the station to be like on the line right next to the path. So, right about here, really. Now, this is like... no, that's too far out. I guess over there is good, you know, so we're gonna build it a bit more backwards. I mean, it doesn't really matter if the station is quite far back. I do want it to be relatively close by over there. Oh, good. We can have that just over there. Fine. Right, now we need to go to the front end and yeah, it's time to get designing, I guess, and we'll do that by going up straight away to height 11, which I believe is just good enough for us to go up and hello, and of course we won't just go straight, no, we will have spinning tunnels because spinning tunnels are cool. However, here we do need to go up. Right, and we are above ground. Yay! So, you know what, we'll just have a straight one and then we'll have a spinning tunnel. And let's see, I mean, you know what, let's just go down here first. And, oh wow, we can actually, these bushes are remarkably small, really. Now, right now, we are in the underground, and I believe Ooh, you know what? Spinning tunnel. I believe, yeah, we can go around the corner over here, but let's just quickly check this out, because right now we're over here. I wouldn't mind resurfacing over here on this block, you know? I think that would be pretty slick if we could manage that, so let's see. Yeah, I think right now we are perfectly in line to resurface over there. We'll do that with another 2 spinning tunnels, of course. There we go. Right. Let's go a little bit over to the side here. Let's see what this track can do over there. It's probably not much, but you know, how cool would it be if we, yeah, like this, you know, just touch the terrain really quick, or the path really quick. I mean, that also is always good for the ratings, you know, having interaction with the path. Now, I believe that this, yeah, we need to remove this bush for this one, but we'll do so. Now we are at height 9, which means we do need to be careful right now about where we go. But let's just see. Height 9, huh? We need to be 1 lower, and then we can just exit over here, I think, wasn't it? I believe we need to be 1 higher for this. Alright, so let's just see here. What happens if I do this? Oh yes. Nice! Just the thing I wanted to do. Right, we're still at height 9 now though, so we'll drop ourselves down to height 8, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Over here. Okay, that's not happening because clearly our own track is in the way. Yeah, alright. I'm derping it up here now. What we need to do is we need to cross the we need to cross the path, get back, yeah, alright. I'm seeing what is going wrong here. So at least that much I see. We need to go like so, and then yes. Like this, yeah. Now I said I didn't want to go too much above the water, and that's true, but I think that this is still acceptable. Let's see. No, that ain't gonna work like that. Alright. Oh no, we're just short on space, really. What we could do is, of course, just, yeah. Alright, what I want to do really is just get the path, you know, to... Yeah, alright, that's what we're gonna do. I know it's a bit cheesy and all that, but it has to be done. Bush in the way. Fine, we'll remove the bush. There, George, be gone. Right, and we're at height 7 now, which means that if we go 1 lower, we can go below our own station. But actually, I don't know really. Well, first go down 1 more. Then we'll have a white curve. And then we'll do a spinning brake tunnel. And then another one. And then another one. And then... No, that's not what I wanted. I want this. And then followed by a... Alright, so we were already right alongside the station. That's what I wanted to know, really. Look, and then we'll do a spinning tunnel, and we'll go around, and boom shakalaka! We're back! Right! Quite a ride, I must admit. You don't see much of it, but the track is quite... I don't know, it has tunnels, it goes in and out. We might even add a few more of these bushes here and there. Maybe even add a few bigger ones. Still bushes, but... Now, what can we change? Nothing? Really? We cannot change anything. Fine. Let's see. We will charge $3 for this one, unless it is exceptionally good. In which case, most likely we'll still charge $3 for it. Let's see. We're gonna open it up, of course. We're gonna call this one. Yeah. How about we are going to call this Terra Haunter. Yeah, okay. That's actually a pretty solid name, you know. I mean, and it does haunt the earth because it pierces and goes through it everywhere, you know. It's like, yeah. Now, in terms of like what I had an issue over here with the path is that I wanted to go down like this, but since that's not possible, right now we're just gonna have to have the path and make a small detour over here because of this, but I'm okay with that, you know. I can live with that. Now, in terms of coloring, we need some cool and funky coloring. I quite like this, you know, in combination with the terrain. Oh, this is also the spin pieces, of course. Yeah. And it's also the track lines. Nah, white, nah. What if we make these yellow? Does that... Yeah, that's the other color. Wow, and now it's like a golden, you know, especially over here, it's like gold. That's not that bad, actually. You know what, we're gonna run with that. And then we're gonna have these be more darker and accentuated. Right, okay. It doesn't really have any haunting colors, but I do think it's quite cool. However, I think that, you know, one thing that I really like about the ghost train is the fact that you get doors at the entranceway. So I have a feeling that we're gonna have to, yeah, look, see? We're just going to have to change at least the bits where it goes underground. Alright, if we do that though, you know, let's just change the roofing as well here. So it's like these little cave houses, you know. Yeah, alright, that's pretty cool. Then, because of the cave houses, they always have a garden, of course, right? So, look at this. Right, and gardens have fences, alright? So we'll place around a few fences over here. Because, okay, maybe not everywhere, only where possible. But still, you know, it's about the idea of having nice things over here, have it look good. Yeah, alright, that's in the way. Yeah, I quite like this, you know, there's a light role-playing element to this, but I think it's quite cool. Now, what we also need to do is, of course, hook this baby up. So, no, let's actually first check out how and where we're gonna do this. So, we are on this square, but then in the underground. I'm thinking that it would be best to hook it up somewhere over here. And then the exit, do we have an underground exit somewhere? We do. Which one is that actually? There is an underground path over there. There is. It is this path that leads to this exit. Which exit is that? It's the exit of the coaster. I guess there's not much harm in utilizing that as well. What height is that path at? Height 13, it seems. The underground one too? Yeah, actually the underground path is at a height 13. I think we have better chance at hooking it up over here too. So we'll do that because that's just way lower. We don't need to go up that much. So let's quickly terraform in the path return options here. And we'll have one there. Right, okay. Let's disable that and let's get the queue and the exit going, shall we? We need to go up over to here And then there. Right, that's easy, but this ride doesn't really need that much in terms of Q and exit, you know, so I'm kind of cool with it. Oh my good lord, the Terra Haunter actually crashed. It's a good thing that there is no guest over here, really. Now the crash happened... Where did it crash? It should say. No, it doesn't. Do we have a velocity log? Yeah, the moment it goes above 32. Right, that is bad. Really bad, actually. Have some guests died? No, fortunately, but yeah, that's not good. We'll finish off the path quickly, and then we will take a good look at that, because clearly that is not how it was intended. And then we'll go up there. Right, so, Pterosaur, what are you doing, mate? Now, to get this sorted, where did it happen though? That is of course the question. I guess where it happened was right over here, right at this down piece, and then the sharp curve, which I could have known really. Fortunately, we can just edit this, because there is a piece of straight, which I'm thankful for leaving in. There, break it to 6 and we'll open it. There we go! Now then, the Terra Haunter is officially open and hopefully safe, but whether or not it's really safe is something that we'll find out next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.